Hello everyone, my name is Michael Swire. I want to welcome you to Environmental and Safety 101, Keeping Today Safe for Tomorrow. You know, Magnolia ISD, we pride ourselves in safety. We have a policy statement that says safety is of primary importance in our operation. Each of us have the responsibility of making the safety of the students, our co-workers, and ourselves a basic concern. The objective is fundamental to our well-being as well as the efficient operation of our school district. We have a manual, the Employee Safety Manual. It is intended to assist you in performing your work safely. Safety rules alone cannot prevent accidents. The indispensable ingredient of a safe working environment are individuals who are dedicated to the principle that accident prevention is an essential part of the planning and efficient execution of every job. The Magnolia Independent School District recognizes its responsibility to provide a healthy and safe working condition. Safe working rules based upon experience and safety knowledge and competent work directions. Today, we're going to talk about 6 issues. We're going to talk about keeping the workplace safe, employee injuries, bloodborne pathogens, integrated pest management, employee right to know, and energy management. I want you to remember that no hazard is too small for the attention of anyone who can have it corrected before someone gets hurt. Correct the problem or address the problem or get with your supervisor and have it taken care of. Report all injuries and all accidents at once, regardless to their severity. Remember, we are all responsible for safety. Let's start with keeping the workplace safe. First of all, we are all responsible for keeping our workplace clean. We mop up or have someone clean up reported spills. I walk each one of these campuses constantly, and I've seen in the past employees will walk by, there's water spilt on the floor, look at our kitchen areas, and they'll bypass it, walk around it, and keep on walking. We need to report these type of issues to your custodian or to somebody who can have it addressed. Or if it's a small spill, stop. Take the time to wipe it up and ensure that you report all unsafe conditions. You all must remember, working safe is a condition of employment. Let's talk about employee injuries. You know, every year I sit here or I stand in front of you at your campus and tell you about the employee injuries we've had. For a school district our size, let me just say we do a very good job on taking care of ourselves. And the supervisors working well with the employees, addressing issues. We're trying to control the employee injuries. Each year, we stand here and we say, what are the most common types of injuries we face in a school district? First of all, slips, trips, and falls. Okay? Main reason is not being aware of your surroundings. I tripped over the doorstop at the front door. I went to open one door, it was locked. I was carrying books. I did not look down, and I tripped over the doorstop, fell, and broke my elbow. I was in a hurry. I ran through the door, or I ran down the hall. The floor was wet. I slipped, and I fell. People, when I said we need to be aware of our surroundings, we need to slow down and be commonplace about what we're at, what we're doing, and after a while, as we well know, it becomes a habit. We know where to go, we know where we're going, so we need to slow down again and be aware of our surroundings. Next thing is back injuries. You know, every year we hear, I went to pick up the box was too heavy, I pulled my back. If it is too heavy, get help. Do not lift it. Do not twist with it. I want you to understand, we all know We only have one back. Use common sense when lifting. I want you to remember a phrase that I've known for years and I've told each one of you over the years. Crane means pain. If you lean over to pick up a heavy item and you pull yourself back, crane means pain. Get close to the object, close to the weight, keep it up against your body, pick up with your knees and your legs. Do not lift with your back. Next thing I want to talk about, employee injuries. You know, if you are injured at work, first thing we want to do is get you help. Let your supervisor know. Complete the accident injury forms. There are 5 pages. When you do complete these forms, do us all a favor. We're the educated ones. Complete the forms legible. I receive these forms that I have to file with the state, and they say Johnson Street for an address. Johnson Street where? Complete all the forms for me, please. I appreciate that. We want to take care of you. And we've always said, if you hurt yourself on the job, let your supervisor know. Do not come back 2 weeks, 3 weeks later and say, a few weeks ago I pulled my back. Let's complete the paperwork. Let's take care of it. Let's cover you and let us take care of you. Let's move on to bloodborne pathogens. Every year we talk about bloodborne pathogens. You know, different positions throughout our school districts, like nursing, coaching, our wastewater plant operator, teachers that work with our special needs students. We offer HIV vaccination, and this is offered by the district at no charge, and you may want to take heed to it and use it. We need to keep you safe. If you find yourself in a position to be around or involved in the cleanup of blood or of waste matter, use personal protective equipment. We all call it or known it as PPE. Spill body fluids. We have rubber gloves. We have face masks. We have the clothes and the equipment and anything you need to clean up this. Do not, under any circumstances, allow the blood or body fluids to become contact with your skin. A lot of this is common sense, people, and we need to use it. All other materials such as gauze, dressings, cotton balls that are soaked with blood. You hear the terminology I use, soaked. Well, what do I do with if I have a Band-Aid that has a little blood? A Band-Aid that has a little blood goes in the trash. If you have a piece of gauze or a piece of wrapping or whatever it may be that is dripping with blood or soaked with blood, we have red bags or biohazard bags that we put this stuff in. The nurses have them in every one of their stations. The coaches have them. So remember, exposure to infectious blood can cost you your health or maybe even your life. Do not chance it. Next thing I'm going to talk about is IPM. This is another that the law asks us to talk about every year. IPM, or in other words, integrated pest management. To ensure the safety of everyone in the schools, we are regulated by law as to the chemicals we can use on our campuses. I receive work orders every day. Please come and spray my room. I saw a roach or I saw an ant. The law says we cannot do that. They regulate the type of chemicals we can use, regulate when we can use them. Magnolia Independent School District, we address our indoor pest problems on Saturdays. Every Saturday, each one of our campuses are taking a look at. Obviously, you don't cover every campus on a single Saturday. We have average 4 Saturdays a month. We go throughout the district, different areas, during those 4 Saturdays. If there's anybody in the campus, we cannot spray that campus. if we know that their students or employees or whomever are coming back tomorrow, we cannot spray that campus. We get 48 hours for the residue to deplete, and by law, that's what we do. We do not spray all areas on the school district on a regular basis. The law does not allow us to do that. Any chemical used on school property has already been approved through the Environmental and Safety Department and approved for usage by the state of Texas. Our schools, we do not, under any circumstances, bring pest control or any chemicals from home. Use work orders to address any area of concern, and it will be taken care of as soon as possible. You know, and by law, which is called the Structural Pest Control Board, we are required, every ounce of chemical that we use inside our campuses and outside our campuses, whether it's bug or pest control on the inside or weed control on the outside, it is so structured that we have to regulate how many ounces, where it was, when it was. Outside, what was the wind conditions? How much did we use? Where did we put it? And the reason it's done this way is the safety of the employees and especially our students. We never know who will have an allergic reaction to a chemical. So again, do not bring any chemicals from home. All chemicals on Magnolia ISD property has been pre-approved for use on Magnolia ISD property. You know, IPM, I talked about for a second integrated pest management. That is now the rule of the state. Actually, it's the rule of the United States now. Housekeeping. Integrated pest management simply means any living organism, whether it's the roaches, the ants, or whatever it may be, we need 4 ingredients to survive. Air, which is a given, food, water, and habitat. Why do I keep preaching IPM? Integrated pest management. If you do not have food in your classrooms, you do not have water in your classrooms, they're not going to be in your classroom. Keep your workplace clean, free of food, free of water. Habitat, when you look at roaches or most critters' habitat, they love paper. Keep your places organized. Keep them clean. Now we'll move on from that. Let's go to employee right to know. Hazard communication. Hazard communication is brought to us by OSHA, OSHA 1910-1200, which simply mandates any chemicals that you have on your work site, you must maintain a material safety data sheet on that chemical. They've now changed this to be known as the GHS, which is the Globally Harmonized System. Not from material safety data sheets, GHS, Globally Harmonized System, which will be used throughout the globe, throughout the world, not just the United States. All chemicals, cleaning solutions must be labeled. You see a custodian, they have a bottle, they're spraying. If it's blue, you think it's Windex. All containers must be labeled with the name of the products. And again, do not bring chemicals from home. If someone has an allergic reaction to a chemical that is not pre-approved, who's responsible? Are you responsible or are we responsible? Do not bring unauthorized chemicals from home. Let's go to energy management. The state of Texas has requested that all government institutions reduce energy consumption and are able to show the amount of reduction on an annual basis. When we talk about energy management, we talk about many different phrases: electrical use, water usage, natural gas. It is the responsibility of every employee in this district to help conserve energy. As we do at home on a regular basis, we try to conserve the amount of energy we use. And again, whether it be the electrical, the water usage, natural gas, in the past it has been heavy consumption on the electrical usage. But you know, with the population growing the way it is today, the school districts growing the way they are, the second largest cost to a school district these days is energy. First would be the salaries of the employees, then energy. This school district, on an average, you look at $3 million a year used on electricity. Over the last 4 years, with everybody working together throughout this district, we have cut 15% plus on our electrical usage. Our kilowatt usage has gone down drastically. We all do this at home. We teach our children, cut the lights off when you're not there. Cut the hallway lights off when you're not using them. At night when you go home, cut the lights off in your classrooms. In conjunction with electrical use, most of it, of course, we know is air conditioning. When we use our air conditioner, we also use natural gas. Gas used to dehumidify our air in our schools. Water usage. The Lone Star Groundwater District is constantly monitoring every bit of water we use throughout the school district. In conjunction with the San Jacinto River Authority, our water usage, as I said, monitored constantly. The cost of water has gone up 20 to 25% just in the last couple of years and will continue to rise with the population. Our groundwater table, we have a water well at Bear Branch that we've had to drop the table, or the pump, so to say, almost 100 feet because the water has dropped in the water table and we've had to go further down to get water out of the aquifer. So remember, it's a responsibility for all of us to conserve energy. And I must say, we at Magnolia ISD are doing a very good job of it. You know, last but not least, I want to say, remember, it is our life. Remain in control of your safety. If you see something wrong, request it be corrected. If you see something you can correct, correct it. Again, I want to thank you for joining us, and let's all have a safe year and a safe life. Thank you.